A white Dillard's department store employee caught on video calling a black customer the N-word has been fired.
I carry myself with honor. I would never disrespect any human being by calling them outside of their name. That of what you did. You don't know the impact of what you done to my son.
Okay, so let me explain what you guys just saw. So this is a video of the incident, and that was posted to Instagram by the cousin of Muhammad Kareem. Now, the incident took place last month at a Dillard store in Dallas. The shopper kept his cool and told the former employee his use of the racial slur was damaging to his child. The store worker claims he made the comment after he hit his leg and was not directing it to the child. So the worker says he hit his leg, and he says, effing N-word, I believe is what he said. And we're talking about a 10-year-old child. And so I guess the little boy went back and he told his father, and his father, with so much dignity and so much grace, approached the employer and kindly blessed him, you know, did not say anything, curse him out or give him the reaction that I think a lot of people would have had if they called their 10-year-old son the N-word. And so they recorded the incident. They took it to social media. It then went viral. So Dillard's, they put out a statement. They said the allegations made against our former employee were promptly investigated, and it found that they were in clear violation of our standards, and the employee he's been fired. So, you know, I feel for this man too, because he has to go home and talk to his son, and he said he was going to have to explain to his 10-year-old son what that word is, what that means, and try and keep his son from, you know, basically being scarred by this incident. And so that's a heavy thing to put on a parent when you're just out shopping for clothes, and now you have to go home and break this down for your child.
That is actually a great way of looking at it, Mimi. I never looked at it from the view of a parent dealing with this. I simply was interested because I thought it was interesting that the employee, he said that he hit his knee, he didn't mean it the child, but where was it going to? If it wasn't to the child and it was a black person,
right,
you weren't calling it yourself that. So it just really goes to show you how lenient, we're talking about lenient is our word of the day today here. We're talking about how lenient you, not you, but there are certain people in the world use the word that it was probably subconscious. He didn't even probably realize that he said it because he probably is so used to suppressing it and not saying it out loud that he usually says it inside of his soul, inside of his head, and it accidentally spewed out. So he probably doesn't even know where it came from because he's used to holding it in, and it just kind of like, you know, the pain couldn't help him and he just had to shout it out loud.
So the N-word can be used towards a person, place, or thing now.
Exactly.
Is that what
It's
we're
a
getting
noun.
at?
It's a noun.
Now my knee is an N-word.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you
think about that, and we've saw so many incidents on social media where things were handled quite differently. So I do applaud this black man for the way he handled his business. And yes, I have to have that conversation with my son too. There's going to be a day where he's going to have to encounter that. He's only 9. It's unfortunate. It's the world we live in. We will hope as we have kids, as we get older, they don't have to deal with that word. But it sounds like it's still here to stay. And you know, this man has been fired, but I still want to know, like you, Demi, what was he referring to really?
Yeah.
That's a big question.
I think he says it all the time. He says it all the time, and so this incident happened, and it was just another incident for him to say it, but I don't think that he expected the little boy to hear it or someone to hear it and to be called on it.
You know how like you're in your car and someone cuts you off and you probably call them a slur, or not a slur, I won't even use a slur, you probably called them a name that I can't say right now, and you're just used to saying that, but you're in your car, it's just you and no one else knows, but then you get that situation where it actually accidentally comes out because you show how you really feel about a person. So I think that's what happened there.